Hello and good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? I am just going to make sure I'm in the right spot at the right time. I have got, you probably see, I have got one very, very tired Jim. See him laying on the floor up there? What he's actually waiting for is we are going to be going out in a little bit on an adventure, but for now he's just going to lay there. Oh my goodness, he's so cute this morning. We took him to the beach last night and I think he got quite worn out. He is never a swimmer, and Jim actually got in the water and was like literally swimming. It was something to see because he is not a water dog. So I think that's why he is quite tuckered on the floor up there tonight still, or this morning. Good morning, Christine. Two Christines. Good morning, Christine and Christine. How are you? So for today, I'm excited. I am going to be, actually I have to, that's what I haven't done. I haven't cut up like all of the names for in my draw for a bunch of prizes. So I'm going to grab a container here, and what container am I going to use? Let me just see here. I will use this one. Okay. So I'm going to grab a container and I'm just going to rip up as you guys are hopping on. I am going to put all of the names into a little jar here that I've got. So I'm going to be doing a draw today. I'm going to be doing a draw for a card kit, as well as a couple of my Funfold classes. And if you happen to join me on my last day, which was August the 14th, when I did the waterfall class, that was the last day of the 25 Days of Lives, and I let everybody know that I was going to be putting names into a bin, and then I would be drawing for the final prizes. So I've got 4 prizes to give away for those. There's a lot of names going in here. Oh my goodness. Some of you are local. Some live within Canada. Hello and good morning, Carol. Thank you for joining us. Sandy. Your name's in here, Sandy, and Christine and Christine. And some people from as far as like Australia, New York, all sorts of places. And if you are outside of Canada and your name happens to be drawn, then I have got a virtual class that I will send you. Okay, because I can't send actual product prizes across into other countries. That's just Stampin' Up! Rules. Oh, here comes Jim. So instead, I do have a pretty good variety of virtual classes, and it would include a instructional video as well as a PDF. So I will give away one of those, okay? All right, so let me just see. I'm almost done. I'm tearing up a lot of names here. Okay, I think that's it. I think that is it. So we got quite a few. I didn't even crunch them or anything in here. I should probably do that so that it's easier for me to kind of grab them. I don't know how many in here. There was a couple hundred. Okay. All right. So good morning. Okay. Now I feel like I'm organized. I'm going to be making a fabulous or gorgeous, really, fall card using some new papers. And sorry, I'm a little bit late getting on here today. We had a neighbor just knock on the door about 2 minutes before 9. And he had a handful of some nectarines that were grown on his tree. So he was wanting to give those to Lance. I guess they had talked about nectarines. We have peaches in our yard. We got one this year. That was it. And we enjoyed it the other day sitting in the backyard. but he was dropping off some nectarines for Lance to try. So that was pretty nice. Let's see here. So if you are joining me for the first time, let me know. If you are names that I have definitely seen before, welcome back. My name's Sue Phillip. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Victoria, BC, which is on the west coast of Canada. And I just love coming on here and having some fun creating with you all. The products I'm going to be using today are new ones that are going to be released on September the 3rd. So I'm going to share with you some papers, some embellishments, and I realized that somehow in my ordering of all of the new stuff and excitement that I did not actually put the most amazing, gorgeous leaf bundle into my cart. So I am going to be mixing a little something older with some new papers, which is always nice to see as well, because a lot of you will probably have this bundle that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be coordinating with some new fall stuff. Okay, so let's hop on down to my workspace and you will see I love fall. Fall is my favorite season for sure. I love the leaves that change in Victoria. We have so many. Our fall season is beautiful here, I must say, because we get a long season of changing leaves and just still warm weather during the day and kind of crisp at night. In fact, the last couple evenings we've been sitting outside and we have noticed that the temperature is dropping definitely, and we can tell it is the end of summer in the backyard. We're hanging on to every little bit, but you can definitely tell the seasons are a changing. So fall is what we're going to be doing today, and these are the Gathering Together gorgeous papers. They in this suite of products there was these Cajun Craze and Gold Dots, which are beautiful. There is a duo of twine. So we have got the Old Olive, and this is the linen thread. I love our linen thread, which is the natural color. So this is the same thing, but it's just different colors. So we often get twines, which look a little different, but this is that gorgeous linen thread that makes the cutest little bows. So I think we definitely need to make a couple little bows today. So there is, it comes together in olive and espresso, which are fabulous neutral colors, right? Ontario, yes. I have been out to, I guess Muskoka, is it? Cottage country in the fall for a wedding, and it was amazing. Yes, you do have amazing falls. Yeah, a friend of ours in Toronto got married years ago and it was amazing. Yeah, just saw that and it brought back that memory. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you the papers first, then we are going to create with an old friend of mine, Terrific Toadstools. But we're going to do it when Terrific Toadstools was released. It was released with some celebration papers that were very fun and bright purples, pinks, like lime greens, and melon mambo. Like all the papers were very bright. So I decided that I am going to use the colors in these papers with the Terrific Toadstool and create a beautiful fall version. Now, I have to just pull in another card that inspired me with this idea today. And I posted this one when I received it from my friend Tracy. But this was, I love it when, you end up taking a suite and you use the products with different colors and tones than what they were released with. So you can use any colors on your stamps, but for some reason when we have papers and stuff that coordinate with them, we tend to be drawn to those colors. So I want to do like a more fall version, and this was beautiful inspiration. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to do a fall version with our terrific toadstools and these gorgeous papers. So let's have a look at them. They have got some champagne foiling within them. Can you guys catch the foiling? I guess you can a little bit on camera. There we go. So you can see that there is that metallic on the one side. We have got even metallic in the green stripes. Like, these are so pretty. And the leaves that are within this bundle are beautiful and large. And it also comes with actually a very pretty embossing folder that I did use on one of my 25 Days of Lives. Let me see here. We were looking at it. Okay. We were looking at all the 25 Days of Lives last night, if you happen to catch that. But see this beautiful leaf embossing folder back there? So that is within the suite as well. And you can see that it mimics the design, and it's got that foil in there. So there's little tiny, it's faint, but leaves and little mushrooms in here. So pretty. I'm going to show the other sides in a second because they're the non-metallic sides. We did that one. Another, just different colors, Cajun Craze. We have got crushed curry in here, old olive, and then a plaid with metallic as well. Okay, so always in our specialty papers, there is one side that has that beautiful, beautiful foil in it, and then you can't forget the other sides, because then it has just these most amazing neutrals in the gorgeous fall colors. I love this plaid. I love this. And some of the leaf designs, kind of a wash, and this has a basic beige in it as well. So just some really pretty ones that you can mix and match with the metallics to have a beautiful look, okay, as you can see. All right, so we're going to use some of those. Let me see here. I thought I had a package that was already open. Whew, I'm glad I didn't open this one, because I am doing a virtual bingo party with my team tomorrow, and the full package is one of my giveaways I'm giving away. So we're going to be playing some bingo. I'm excited about that with some team members. What I want to show you before we get started is I have had requests on what are you going to be using for October for the card club. And I am going to be, for October and November, it is going to be holiday themed. Okay, so breaking it out, going with metallics and something that is modern for the month of October. I want to show you here because I'm going to be putting up registration. I started it and I will finish it off today. But these are the gorgeous, beautiful, modern gold, black, and white papers. Aren't they fantastic? I love them. So these are the papers. This one's probably my favorite. See that with the gold in it? It's got beautiful gold. So for the month of October, the products that are included is a half package of these beautiful papers. And then the opposite side is, oh yeah, I have to show you because one of my favorite papers is actually not metallic. Okay, I'm going to flip them. Ready? Okay. I love this tree one. And I love this one that says fa la 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 la. I love it. It's amazing. And then you have got just some beautiful black and whites that you can use for anything really. But it's magical gold papers, black and white. Comes with some stunning twine. So this one I have already used a ton because I did a card for an in-person gathering just last weekend with some team members, and we used quite a bit of that one, but this is the second twine as well, and this is a duo pack. So there is black and gold, and then there is white and gold. So pretty. Those are the twines. And then it comes, the suite comes with these gorgeous, and they're quite sturdy, gold hoops that you can make ornaments with for sure, or decor pieces. But I'm gonna pop a couple of these into the package for October, because we're going to put them on some cards. Okay, so you're going to get half a package of the papers. You are going to get 3 yards of each of the colors of twine. You're going to get a couple little hoops here, and then what I'm going to add in is I'm going to be adding in a sprinkling of 2 different gold sequins. So we have got the gold shaker card, shaker stars, and this is part of my product share. Okay, so actually, so are the twines and the papers. You can get a quarter package of all that goodness in the paper share that I've got. But I'm going to put in just a little bit of the gold shaker, because the card that we're going to be making, that's the wow card, is actually going to be a shaker card. It's going to be so pretty. Okay, and then there is also some loose gold sequins as well, and I'm going to add some of those into your package, a little tiny baggie of them into the package, so that you have them to put some other bits of gold on your papers. Okay, so that is what October is looking like. And as for the bundle, because the kit does not include the bundle, but you can always get the bundle, and I will put it as an option in the registration, so that when I am ordering the very, very, very first night, if you want the bundle, I can grab it for you and get it mailed directly to you. But this is the stamp set. It's got these awesome trees. Okay, and then this is the die set. So these, of course, cut out these guys, but then there's also amazing ornaments and stars and the little pieces that make the ornaments too. So it's gonna be a fun set. I'm excited about this one. I'm gonna start designing it today, but these are all the products that are going to be in there. And then on top of this, there will be a couple pieces that are featured or part of the card, like strips of just gold foil that I will pre-cut for on your cards. Okay, because there'll be a couple cards that will feature a little bit of just gold foil as well. All right, so there you go. Now you're in the know. That is October. November is going to be something more cute for Christmas. I have got a cute set I believe I'm going to use, and I will share that with you. Yeah, probably this week, because I'm going to try and get both registration out pretty quick. Okay, so let's get started on our card. I have pre-cut a piece, a couple pieces actually. And again, you know how I like to use my extra pieces. This here was, I had made a card base for a class, but I needed just a piece of white to cut out all of the framing pieces for gallery blooms. And I was doing some sort of design. So I cut it out of the front of this, and I have had this sitting around for quite some time. And I thought, I'm going to use that on a card one day. So today is the day. We are going to be using this card that has a big rectangle cutout out of it. That's going to be the front of it. And then I have got a stylish shape, one of the circles, which is espresso. And this is Spotlight on Nature, just one of the smaller detailed circles. So we're going to be using those 2 pieces. Okay, I'm going to pick a piece of paper to start with. This is going to be the hardest part. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece down, and we're going to pop it in behind like this. Okay, isn't that pretty? It's going to be so beautiful. So we have to decide whether we want, this is going to be with our lovely mushrooms, is going to be our focal point for our terrific toadstool. So we can decide, you know, which side we want. And the beautiful thing is we are going to cut this down to a perfect size so that when the card opens up, it is going to be, the opposite side is going to be on the inside, which will make the inside pretty as well. Okay, so we could go with something, I thought this would be beautiful. Okay, and the opposite side would just be neutral. Or, it's so hard to decide. Or we could go with more colorful. See how just the papers change? You can also add texture, texture a piece of paper or cardstock. My friend Jackie, she textured sunflowers and framed it up, and it looked amazing. Okay. Then we have got just kind of more neutral, which might be nice too. I might have to make a couple versions. I'm thinking, right? There's one that's Cajun, more Cajun, and just espresso, which is pretty. Or green. Normally I would totally go for the green because green is my favorite color, right? But I don't think I'm going to go with the green. Just because I want to have something a little bit more interest. This one has little tiny, see the little tiny mushrooms in the backdrop? So I think this one might be pretty. Wouldn't the busy pattern of the DSP interfere with the toadstool focal point? You know what? I was thinking that as well. That's why the neutral one would look beautiful. But because I am framing it out here with the circles, I think we're going to be okay. That's why I wanted to do a double layer of a focal point. And I think that it will be fine for the mushrooms. The Cajun does look nice, doesn't it? I think that the multicolored would be too busy for it. So that's why I was thinking, and even this one might be a little bit. So I was thinking either, let's see here. I don't think I want the plaid. I was thinking either this, right, or that. Now I think I'm going to be bold. I think I'm going to use this one. And because we're going to be blocking out a bit of the backdrop, it's not going to interfere too much, I don't think. We're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to try it out. Okay. So I'm going to cut that one down. Let me get my cutter. I have been a busy person in the craft room the last couple days. I have been getting ready. I've got all of my packages for September's card club all in the mail. I'm just doing a few extra ones for those that are coming and joining me in person. And then I wanted to do as many as I could because I had a couple people request to still get a kit. And I'm going to see if I have any left. I'll see what I can do. Okay, see how much product I've got to be able to do that. Like the leaf DSP for the backdrop. I think this one is going to be quite pretty. Another thing that you could do is you could texture and use like a gorgeous just leaf pattern in the backdrop, which would look amazing. Like look at how this would, if you had just that metallic, that would be quite beautiful too, right? Even these papers, these autumn tulle papers are very pretty and would work. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. And what we're going to do, so see how I've cut it just so that it is just a smidgen being 1/8 of an inch smaller than the front of the card. I'm able to glue it into the back front here, and you can have now pretty paper on the inside as well. It's going to be nice and neutral. This is a new glue. I just want to make sure I don't have too much here. No, we're good. Make sure there was nothing blocked in there. I don't want to put a big blob. There we go. Okay, and we're going to pop this on the inside. And then I think what I will end up doing is taking just a beautiful slice, just a skinny one, and I will line some down in here as well. In fact, I'm going to do it now while I have it out. And you don't need a lot. I'm going to put I'll keep enough for another card front, which would be about 5 1/4 if I do one. So I will maybe just slice off this piece. And I'm going to put this down in here. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And it's got a little mushroom on there. And bring the outside in. Just like that. I love to add, I mean, we end up with these strips, right? As we cut down our card bases, we always end up with usually a strip of 1 inch to 1.5 inches. And you can cut it into 4-inch pieces and just kind of line the inside like that. And it really does add a lot to your card. So look at how pretty that looks already. We haven't even stamped anything. And there is the beautiful front of our card. I love it. Okay, so now we're going to get into doing a little bit of decorating with our mushrooms. And I think, let's see, I've got all the pieces here. I've got some larger, taller ones. I had even considered maybe even stamping a couple little mushrooms on the actual outside. And if I were to do that, I need your opinion. I would do these little long skinny ones with just the tiny little mushroom tops. I'm not sure yet, so I'm gonna decide on that after if I want to add anything. I kind of like the clean look, but I'm gonna add definitely some of these little mushrooms on onto this page right here, this little circle. So I've got out my Cajun Grays, I've got my basic beige, and I've got my early espresso. Okay, so I'm going to use the colors that are in the paper for our creation. And I think I'm going to go with early espresso. And we're just going to stamp this onto here. Hopefully this turns out, because I don't have another circle that is cut out. We're going to go like that. Love it. I love this little tiny set of 3 mushrooms that are in the Terrific Toadstool. It is, I mean, all of them are adorable, but these 3 are so cute, and they line up perfectly. I'm gonna stand up here for a sec. Perfectly with these little stems. Right about there. It just reminds me of like a storybook, these little mushrooms. Look at that. Adorable. Okay, love it. And then I'm going to bring in the punch, I think, and I'm going to do a couple of the stems in the espresso. So I'm going to do these little tiny stems. So this is part of the Toadstool Builder punch. And this is still, you can still get this online. It came out during our spring mini. I might need more than one here. Let's see here. 1, 2, and I might need a taller one. We'll see. Okay. Got one there. I'm going to do a larger mushroom. Then I think I'm going to bring in some white paper, and I'm going to do one actually in more of this beige color. I think would look pretty. So we're going to mix up the colors of the mushrooms just a tiny bit here. Okay. Good morning. Oh my goodness, I am on late again. You know what, Linda? Join the club. I was late today too. So don't you worry about that. We had a neighbor come to the door. So I got delayed just a smidgen. Now, let me see. I'm going to use some white. Okay. Just grabbing some white scrap here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I think, stamp a little tiny mushroom in the more beige color. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so this is the basic beige. And I'm going to do just a little set of mushrooms. So there is that little color, and it's a lighter color for sure. So there's the basic beige, and then I'm going to cut out the bottom of it. Actually, I'm going to stamp it right on. I'm changing my mind as I go. I'm going to stamp the little mushroom top just down here. And I might add a little bit of a darker. I'm going to stamp off the espresso, and I'm going to add a little hill to our little mushrooms. I forgot we had a little hill in here too. Okay. So I'm going to add the little hill, and it's just going to be just a grounding spot for all of our mushrooms. Okay. So I'm going to just ink up this in dark. I need something to stamp off on. So I want to do it lighter. So I'm stamping it off once, like that. And then I just want just a little bit of a mound here. Like that. Okay, just to kind of just have that lighter tone, which works because the lighter tone is within the papers too. I like that. Then I can add some of my other mushrooms. Okay. So let's go with a little basic beige. Like that. Okay. Then I am going to do a Cajun, but I'm going to do different tones of, I think, the Cajun. So I have got a larger one and I've got a smaller one here. I'm going to bring in this little mushroom base, and I'm going to punch out, and I'm going to cut out this one. So I think what I'll do is I'll do slightly lighter. It is new. What is the name of the DSP paper you're using? Gathering Together, and it doesn't come out till September the 3rd. It will be part of my paper share. There we go. So there is a lighter one. Okay, because I just want something a little bit lighter. And then I'm going to go full strength for this one. And will he fit on there? He will. Okay. Love it. Okay. So I'm going to close these up. Okay. And I'm going to cut these out. Get my little snips. I'm going to do a little bit of cutting. All right, so if you're just finding us now, we are using some new papers. They're called Gathering Together. They're a specialty paper that has like a champagne foil throughout them, and they're beautiful for fall. They do come with the most gorgeous bundle that I thought I put in my cart, but I did not. But that's okay, because I'm also, you know, using instead some little mushrooms. Instead of the big leaves, they come with these gorgeous big leaves that have some detail to them. I am using these cute little terrific toadstools, which a lot of you have, so it's kind of nice to bring together some products that you already have with some beautiful papers that you can get, and just combine what you've got in your craft room, right? Let me see. There is that one, adorable, that one, and I think we're ready to put these on our card. So I'm going to glue this down just like this, and I should actually stamp one more to stick on the inside of our card, I think. So I might do that. And I didn't even punch that out, did I? Didn't even think about it. We have a punch to punch that out. Okay, that's looking good. In fact, I'm going to stamp one more, and I'm going to have it ready to go on the inside. Because I have a little stem already. So let's do one more of the larger mushrooms, and that way then I'll punch it out and I will pop it on the inside. Okay, so I'm going to put this one here. This one's going to go to decorate the inside of the card. Another cute place that you may not think of to add a little something to is, especially on a card like this, how cute would it be on the back, on the middle, to have a little mushroom, right? You have to be careful because you don't want to have something that you stamp and it shows through on the inside. But if you have something that you can punch out and just add flat, because you want to keep it flat, you don't want to add dimension to the back of the card, then it's cute to have that on the back of the card as well. Okay, there we go, all punched out. Okay, we're gonna do one like this on there, and I'm gonna just tuck it in underneath the stem so that it joins where it naturally would. And then we're gonna do this one, which is just a tiny little one right down at the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna actually pop this one up with a little bit of dimensional, and even though the stem is down flat, I can tuck this underneath and I can still pop it up. So I can have the stem flat, and then it's like the mushroom is lifting up off the paper, and it's going outside of this white circle, which is fine because we have got this beautiful framing that we're going to put around. Look at that. Just like that. Love it. And then I am going to pop up this tiny little mushroom, which is a cute little shape. And I'm going to pop this one off of this little tiny stem down here, and I'm going to put it on an angle. So it's like that. And then you've got these little cute little ones off to the side in the background. Aren't they adorable? Okay, so now I am going to put this onto here, and I'm going to put this onto here. Sweet, right? Got our nice fall little backdrop. Now I am going to pop the mushrooms up a little bit. I'm going to put this down flat, and I have to decide what I'm going to do with this fabulous, fabulous twine. Now I could Don't think I'm going to add the green in. I'm going to keep the green out for this card, which, as you know, is very hard for me. I'm going to put this down flat like that. I think I want it to be right about there. Okay, love that. And then I could actually wrap a little bit of twine around here if I wanted to. Let's see what this is going to look like. And then you would see the twine on the inside as well with our pretty papers. See, I mean, we're bringing the two of them together. I think that's kind of pretty, like that. Breaks up our white frame, and then I'm going to pop this out. So I think I will end up doing that. Now I just want to make sure. See, I'm gonna go like this, gonna go like that. I have to just make this side a little longer. Just fiddle with it for a second. It will be worth it. And then we can tie our knot here. So I'm not going to tie that yet. I'm going to kind of just hang on to it there because I want to be able to, I'm going to put a little dimensional over top like that, just to hold it on the one side, because I want to make sure that I get this on first and then I can tie my little bow up really close. Okay, so let's get out some dimensionals for those. There we go. So what is everyone's plans for the weekend? Does anyone have anything fun and exciting going on? We are nearing kind of one of the last weekends of official summer. Let me see here. I'm going to take that off there. I think I'm going to try and get out and just go. It's supposed to be really hot here in Victoria again. I think we're supposed to get up to 30 degrees, which is warm for Victoria for sure. So I'm gonna get out definitely for some walks. When I'm done here, I'm gonna be taking Jim for a bit of a hike. He actually has his first we're taking him to get his teeth cleaned, and there's a place local that they don't put the dogs out or anything for cleaning, so we're gonna see how this goes. But you are to bring your dog like tired. You're supposed to wear them out a little bit, I guess, so that they're, you know, they'll be a little bit easier. They won't be all wound up. So we're gonna see how Jim does this at his first little dental appointment today for a little cleaning. I'll let you know how it goes. It may or may not go. We'll see. Okay, I do like that twine there. That is quite pretty. Making birthday cards. Need to finish coloring first. I am grounded for, surgery. That's right. That's right. Well, I'm hoping you recover quickly. And I hope that you have a little bit of energy to, maybe do a little bit of creating while you're recovering. We wish you the best with recovery there, Linda. There we go. Look at that. I like that. I'm going to open it up. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for a greeting yet. I almost don't want to add too much to it because I don't want to take away from everything else. But I'm going to add my mushroom on the inside first. And then I'll think about what I might put as a greeting. Or it might just be a beautiful card that you can put a greeting on the inside. Okay, so I'm going to just pop this. In fact, I'm going to tuck it underneath. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tuck it underneath there. Just like that. And then I can add this flat. Just onto the inside. Oh, now I got glue all over my workspace. Put that just off to the side like that. So So a little mushroom on the inside. I like the twine. Okay, and then we have got our outside. Now, one thing that you can do, if you have a white thick frame like this, and you have a little tiny greeting, you could stamp like the same word over and over again all over the greeting or all over the frame. I have seen that done before. With the busier background though, I thought it would be a little too much. That's why I almost want to just let it be the way that it is. And let's see, if I were to add a greeting, I do have this little guy here cut out. I mean, we could add something down here, but I don't want to take away from it. It's my dilemma. Sometimes less is more, right? I think that we should just leave it and just have it happy in the background, right? And just be able to enjoy the beautiful papers. And then when it comes ready for whatever occasion it might be, you could stamp a little something on the inside. That's what I'm thinking, okay? Instead, I'm going to add some embellishments to it. Which DSP am I using? I am using the Gathering Together designer series paper. That is its specialty because it has a champagne foil throughout it, but it is a new one that is being released for fall, and it comes with these beautiful, beautiful dies and stamps that, like I said, I thought I put them in my cart, but I didn't. So instead, you get to see how it looks like with the cute little mushrooms, and I think it looks adorable. Pulls together nicely. We've got a little bit of our beige in there and different tones of our espresso and our Cajun craze. And then these are the embellishments that go with it. So we're going to pull it together and we're going to add maybe a little bit of embellishment just on the edge here. So let's see. Let's do, I'm going to add some embellishment to the outside. So we will add it in there, 1 and maybe 2 on here, tone on tone, 1, 2, and then we'll add 1 down here on this brown here and in the white space there. There. I think that is perfect. Add a little sparkle. You can see a little bit of kind of gold within those little dots. And there you have a beautiful fall card. Okay, so I will do up some other cards where we've got the fronts cut out, but it's nice. I mean, if you are going to be cutting a rectangle, just humor me. Grab a white card base that is all ready to go and cut your rectangle out of the front of it. Then you can just pop it aside. This has been sitting on my workspace for, well, since I did all the Gallery Blooms prep, and it's just been sitting there. So I've had this card base with a hole in the center of it for probably 3 weeks, just sitting off to the side, and I was waiting for the perfect thing to use it with, and I came across these papers that I had ordered. So I think that that looks quite pretty for fall, nice and crisp. There we go. All right, so give that a try. Cut, you know, like I said, cut a little shape out of the front. It doesn't have to be a rectangle. It could even just be a large circle. And you could have, it turns into a beautiful focal point with a clean edge, with your white clean edge and beautiful papers. And it does look quite pretty. If I wanted to, I could have made this whole front into a shaker card as well. And I may do something like that for October's card club, because I am going to be doing a shaker card in October with our let's see here. with these guys here. So with the ornamental Christmas, I am going to end up doing a shaker card within this card club for October. Okay, I will have registration up and going probably this afternoon. I was working on the form just before I went live, so should have it up and going, and I will put out a notification. Okay, there we go. Tracy, a little inspiration I had from a card from you a while back. Awesome. Okay, now let's do some draws. Okay, I almost forgot. I have got some stuff that I need to give away. I've got a lot of names in this jar, and I'm going to be giving away a couple items. 4, actually, to be exact. So we're going to give away, I've got still a couple fun folds. So I've got a July fun fold that I'm going to give away. I have got some sequins. I have got a Loveliest Wishes. I love this kit. It is beautiful. Drum roll, exactly. I have got some, so this is the Loveliest Wishes kit. It makes, I think it is 9 cards. Yeah, 3, 6, 9. And I have seen, I know they're a nice white crisp background, but I have seen some creative people using some blending brushes to add a little bit of color or a hue of color in behind these elements, and it looked amazing. Use the right tones and it looks great. And then I've got some masking paper still to give away. You know what? I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to give away another set of sequins here for those that are watching today. So we're going to give away 5 things today, just because. Start our weekend off right? Okay. So let's start with, I'm going to do a comment one. Let's see here. I'm going to go for comment number 3. We're going to make this quick. Comment number 3 is going to end up with some sequins. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to start drawing for my prizes. Okay. All the names. Yours is in here, Sandy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is in this container. But we're doing number 3 for this. Let's see here. Drum roll, and then that one, and then Sue. Okay, so we have got Sandy is 1, Tracy is 2, Loretta, this one is coming over to you. I'm going to put your name on it. Congratulations. So this one's going to Loretta. I'm going to write it on just a little piece here, and I have your address, so I will pop that in the mail. I have got a couple of goodies I got to take to the post office again today. Tell you, I'm like they see me there almost every day this week. Okay. All right. So here is all of the names. I can hardly fit my hand in here. I'm going to just shake it. And I'm going to start giving away this stuff. Okay. We'll do that one last. Now, if you are not within Canada, I am letting you know ahead of time, I cannot ship prizes, like physical prizes like this, within or outside of Canada. That is just the rules. And yeah, Stampin' Up! Watches those things, and it's not against the rules. So I cannot do that, but I do have full PDF classes that I can send you instead. Okay, I can give you a couple choices of classes, and then you can tell me which one you would like, and I'll send you the video and the PDF, okay, if you're outside of Canada. Okay, all right, so I'm just going in. I'm just swirling them around, and I'm just going to grab 1. Let's put them upside down. 2. 3. 4. Okay, I got my 4. And they could be, I mean, there are some ladies that their names are in here. And I mean, like I said, all over the States, Canada, Australia, all different places. Okay, we got 4. I'm just going to flip them. I'm going to add them to the prizes. So we have got card Fun Fold. Okay, July's Fun Fold. And I have got Norma Jean. This one's going to you. Okay, so I'm going to write that on there right now. And I do believe I have Norma Jean. And I have got, and oh, I don't know if I spelled that right on here. C-O-U-L, might be a T-E-R. I'll look it up. I have got your address from before. So that one's going to you. Congratulations. Woo! Okay, then next for some sparkle, we have got Janet. Congratulations, Janet. That one is going to you. And I do have your address for that one already. Perfect. You're lucky. I think that is your second prize. Okay. And then let's see. We have got Christine Tubman, local, part of my Stamp It Canadian team. You are going for, this is masking paper, so I think I've got 4 sheets in there, and that is for you, Christine. And then Margaret, you are a lucky lady. Margaret, congratulations, and watching. Whoop, whoop. You are getting the Loveliest Wishes kit. You are the kit winner. I love it. I had a chance. You guys know, I probably told you this already, but I had a chance to meet Margaret a couple times when she comes into Victoria. Yeah, I hope we get to continue to do that. It's so fun. We go for coffee, have a little visit, and it's like we have known each other forever. We've met twice. It's the best. Okay, so Margaret, that one's going to you. And I will mail that across the water to you. Okay, there we go. Going on there. All right. Oh my goodness, that makes it official. That concludes our 25 days. We saw all the projects. We did a little review last night, the 25 projects of the 25 lives, and this concludes the 25 giveaways. So there we go. Congratulations, everyone. And so excited to be able to create with you once again today. There is our touch of fall at It Is Feeling Like Fall. Last night, it's supposed to dip down to about 12 at nighttime now, which, you know, from a hot day to a cool night, fall is starting to roll in for sure. Okay, so there you go. You can kind of see the metallics when I hold it up like that. See that in the papers? They're really, really beautiful papers. And they do look quite cute with those mushrooms, I must say. So thank you guys for helping me guide me through the card today. I will be back here on Sunday. Now, we have got something going on Sunday in the morning. So I will be joining you at about 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon to do a live instead of in the morning. So if you want to tune in then, we are going to be doing some creating. I'm going to do a stepped up design. So we are going to do 3 cards, and we are going to start with something very simple. Then we are going to add to it with some texture or technique. And then we will step it up one more time. So you'll be able to get lots of tips and tricks along the way on how you can take your card making to the next level. Okay. All right. I sign in to request one today. A catalog. Okay. Good to know, Loretta. I will put you on my list for one of the holiday catalogs. Okay. Yes. If you are, needing a holiday, one of our mini catalogs, you can definitely put in a request. If you already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, then you can also request one from them as well. But if you don't, definitely you can fill out a registration form for the catalogs, and I can mail one off to you. Okay. Yeah, I'm sending out a couple more today, so there you have it. All right. Okay, everyone, take care. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you Sunday near the end of the weekend. So a beginning to the weekend, and I'll see you near the end. So Sunday, 3 p.m. Okay. Monica, in the mail already. Yes. Laura, in the mail. You got one coming to you. Yep, for sure. Okay. Take care, everyone. Thanks, everyone. Bye.